we didn't know we were supposed to bring all that stuff because they didn't tell us. That was the last thing they told us.
Are you sure they didn't tell you?
No, they didn't tell us.
Now,
because we asked later, and they were like, because they would have told my friend's mom. They didn't tell him. So we were there, and all we had was our hoodies, and it was like, so we used our hoodies to sleep in the first night. So we were like sleeping in like the fucking gravel with our hoodies over us while like fire ants and shit were crawling all over us and biting us. So it fucking sucked. The first night was the worst thing ever. We had a little ways to walk. We needed a way to contact our parents, and I think my friend, he brought his laptop with him, and he got...
What year is this?
It was like 2000, I want to say 8.
2014. 2010.
We're here doing our thing, and he's in a tarp. Sleeping on a tarp somewhere.
2008, dude. I was thinking like the 90s or something.
I'm thinking 2010 because he said he was 19.
No, it was my junior year. It was 2008.
Alright, so you were like 17.
No, I was 19.
In your junior year? Oh, it makes sense. Alright, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure. It was my junior year.
Oh, of college?
No, of high school.
Let's say, alright.
You were 19?
Dude, when you get out of class, fucking thing, you're either 18 or 19 when you get your senior year of high school.
But you were 19 in your junior year.
You're 17 or 18 in your senior year.
Well, everywhere but not Missouri, apparently.
Oh,
It's 18 and 19.
For me, it was. I was also in 3rd grade for 3 years because I moved a bunch and it kind of fucked up my...
That would do it, yeah.
Okay, now I get it.
So you and your friend found something to do, you could say.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'll get to that. So the next day, we were losing our fucking minds. We had already gotten the homeless dirt on our faces, and we were starting to feel like we were like gonna start scratching off our faces because we were so fucking itchy and feeling gross. And so my friend's like, he's like, dude, we need to count all the inventory. And I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna work. And I'm like, I need to.
There's a couple of elements to this story that I need to be clear on. So, I mean, obviously they didn't just leave you in the middle of nowhere for 2 weeks by yourself, right?
They did.
Okay.
They would come and monitor us and check to see if the money was missing and check to see if they have an inventory on the fireworks. So they know if they've been sold. So somebody would have to be watching them at all times, and if somebody came, they would have had to have wrote down the inventory of what was spent on a piece of paper because we didn't have a working fucking like credit card.
Yeah, never mind all that. Mm-hmm. What did you eat? You didn't have any
Like I
water.
said,
What did you drink?
We got there, they had food kind of prepared for us in like a thing, but our parents came out later to get us stuff. They came out, and our parents, but this is like what I'm going to get to.
All right, go ahead.
I trekked for about, I would say, fucking like 30 minutes, and we finally came across a gas station. And and when desperate times call for desperate measures, you do what you can. So I took a fucking shower in the sink in the bathroom.
You know what? Let me interject again. Mm-hmm. How come you didn't bring this story up during our Shitty Jobs episode?
Because I wasn't really a job. It was kind of like a shit.
It's totally a job. You were working, right?
Were you selling or buying fireworks?
Well, you'll see what I mean.
What's happening here?
This isn't really. This is where the ending, the fucking climax, is where it doesn't become a job.
Much like an actual firework. It's the explosion.
Exactly.
All right, go for it.
So when I finally got back to my friend's tent, his mom had come out there and she had dropped off a bunch of new food and blankets and shit, but she had also dropped off a TV. And my friend also told his mom to grab the fucking entire season of Dragon Ball Z. So on our emergency outlet, which we had limited power on, we decided to watch Dragon Ball Z
in the middle of a field.
all day, in the middle of the field, all day, for fucking like 6 days until we used up all the power.
Was it one of those shitty little like TV VCR combos?
It was one of those shitty like TVs that you can carry. So after wasting all the power and using up all the emergency electricity,
you couldn't use up all the emergency. It wasn't plugged into like a battery. It was plugged into like a telephone pole, right?
No, it was like a limited power source thing. I don't know. Really? It's really hard to explain. There was like an outlet, right?
How many episodes of Dragon Ball Z?
It was plugged to a Hold on. It was plugged to a telephone thing, and the power outlet had one that they paid for, and that was the emergency one, and one that goes on constantly, and that's what the electricity to keep it flowing.
Yeah. So why don't you plug it into that one?
Because that's what the electricity, like for power, so we had fans blowing on us, so we didn't die from heat stroke.
Gotcha.
No idea.
So
I'm still kind of confused.
I know.
Go ahead.
So about a week had passed, and we had lost our TV privileges because we wasted them all on our emergency electricity.
You never had that privilege to begin with.
And
Why was the
to
TV
finish it all off, we didn't even get through Dragon Ball Z. We got through like because we were too busy rewinding it and laughing at shit because we're like super like if you watch the same thing over, you start laughing at silly things. And then what ended up happening was it went off, so we didn't have power, and that was a week in, and it was around that time where it's just like you start like boredom kicks in, and it's like when you can't do anything, you're fucking bored out of your mind. So I went out back and I started taking a stick and I started fucking digging into the gravel. And I don't know why, but I just kept doing that for 3 hours. I was digging. Sometimes people would come and they would come in and look at the fireworks and they would be like, "Yo, do you have any sparklers?" And it's like, really? You come to a fucking fireworks stand and the only thing you want is fucking sparklers? What about the $600 fireworks in the back? You want sparklers?
You didn't tell me this part, so people actually were buying things from you.
Yeah, people would come in.
Did you pitch them? Did you pitch them like the good fireworks? Question 2: did they come at all hours of the night? Because it's a site.
Yeah. At all hours. Some people were coming at like 2 a.m.
Do you have like a bell that they ding if they show up at 3 o'clock, like a trucker just drives by? And
they would like pull up the fucking like stand thing and be like, "Is
Did
this
you have open hours and close hours?
Yeah, we had it when it was open. The door was open.
Were you good at your job or bad at your job?
We were terrible at our job. When we would when the door was closed, like the fucking thing was closed and the thing was off, it meant like you can't come in.
That's why I got a shitty burger today, because the dude that was supposed to make my burger was sitting out back digging a hole with a stick.
Where'd you get it from?
Wendy's.
Oh, did you know your favorite burger shop shut down, by the way?
Burger Monger?
Not Burger Monger, the other one.
Rusty Shack?
Rusty Shack.
Fuck that place.
It's very
Maybe you shouldn't be charging $10 fucking for a burger.
Maybe he shouldn't be a bipolar asshole that slams the window in people's faces when he gets 3 orders and he gets too flustered to deal with it.
Well, he's gone now, so.
Good.
Anyways.
Corey, can I just say, I just love how you like adapt to whatever situation you're in. Like,
It's a shame too, because they were great burgers.
like
Oh,
if you,
well,
if you
I
were
never
like,
had one. You scared me
if
away.
you just suddenly became like just absolutely homeless, you'd just be like,
Maybe
well,
good reason.
this is life now, and you do really well at it.
Yeah, no, I'd waste all my resources. Like if I was on an island and I had a bunch of cereal, I'd fucking eat it all. I would eat my hand.
Yeah, but you're like, this is.
Should we,
Actually, I actually did find out. I read a study recently where it's like, is it if you were stranded on a desert island, would it be worth eating your own limbs? And no, because it actually expends more energy. What to like the blood loss, the energy than
who the
you
hell would
gain.
write that article?
That was a genuine article that I read like in the last week.
I would have done
worth
what
it?
Tom Hanks did and hung myself
eat
off
your
the
own
tree.
limbs. I mean, is it?
No, yeah, Niall's right.
Where the hell do I begin with that?
Yeah, so like if you're stranded on a desert island, you
Like
chop off
one
your
leg?
arm to eat. You're going to expend more energy by like the blood loss, the trauma, everything, than you're going to gain back from eating your arm. So you'll just be
Alright,
an
so not even taking
Yeah,
into
so
account
I would-
eating your limbs
so I
to
would-
hunt and things.
I would
Just-
eat all my.
Yeah, that's not even taking that.
I would eat all my FedEx food and then I'd fucking kill myself by cutting off my arm, thinking I could eat that also.
All right, is there any more to the fireworks story? Should we cut?
Yeah, no, there's
wrap it
more.
up?
There's a lot more. So it had been a week, and I kept on digging that hole, and the fucking floor was actually like very like loose, and it just became a project I would do where I would just dig the hole, and the
You're
hole
digging
got
it
bigger.
inside the tent or outside?
Outside the tent.
Okay.
It was bigger and bigger and bigger. And then that night, I remember it like very vividly because my friend had set up like these little like fucking like these little Home Alone traps where he had like little fucking like fireworks that pop whenever you pull a rope, and then we had them like tied to a thing, and some little hooligan came in and pulled the thing, and they went like they popped and stuff, and the fucking guy scurried down there.
Hooligan.
So we had like a whole like setup. We had like a fucking Home Alone thing set in every single corner of the tent. So if someone tried some shit, we would hear it. And see, that was us trying to be good professionals.
So you're wasting merchandise for Home Alone traps.
Yeah, fucking 10-cent things. What do you do? But anyways, so they would check in occasionally, and come like firework day. So like
4th of July.
yeah, firework 4th of July.
Dude, that is such a shady business. Like, knowing all this, and how they handled it, I could easily rob a fireworks.
No, absolutely. We probably should have whenever I end this fucking story. So what ended up happening was it had been like almost 2 weeks, and me and my friend we just fucking like pissed. We were like, fuck this. This job's isn't 2
weeks?
$2,000 for this
You
fucking
prepared
shit?
for the 4th of July on like the 20th of June.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we had to sit there and sit out there. So anyways, what happened,
wait,
so
that's
people
not
could
too
get
bad.
early deals. So anyways, what happened was people started coming out around the night of like the 3rd to the 4th.
Yeah.
And when people come out there, we'd be like, oh, hey, you want fireworks? We'd be like, oh, you see those ones back there? $100? Nah, half price, $50. And then people come like, oh, dude, you get fucking 3 first. You get these, you get 3 of these for free. We were fucking robbing these people because we didn't care. We were so mad. We were fucking drenched with anger and anguish. We were so fucking pissed.
You weren't robbing them. You were fucking robbing the company.
Yeah, rightfully so. Fucking doing that shit. But anyways, what ended up happening after half the firework thing was gone, we got the fireworks back, and the chick went up to me and she's like, unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to pay you. She didn't check the inventory. So she's like, unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to pay you $2,000 a piece. We're only going to pay you $1,000. And we were like, so $500 a piece? And she was like, yeah. We're like, $500 for 2 weeks of living in a fucking tent? She's like, yeah. So apparently, people stole fireworks and all the other stands, and they had to compensate for that.
So they take it out of your paycheck. Well,
So they take it out of everybody's.
You are the.
That wasn't us, though. In fairness, they didn't know that we were fucking watching the
No,
tent.
I agree with you, but
So what it is a shady business to begin with. How is it that these fireworks, these people come up to you from watching a fireworks, and they're like, oh, the other stands were getting robbed.
Yeah.
So here's half your
exactly
fucking
like
rent.
the practice of cutting your pay for
Expenses,
them
you have
getting
no
robbed.
proof,
Yeah,
because they won't show you the
that's
fireworks.
fucked up. But in your case, since you were the one giving away the fireworks, maybe it was a little bit warranted for just you. But
Oh no, it was warranted, but still, think of it that way.
Corey, you were digging holes and then you were giving fireworks away for the wrong prices at the end. You were contributing to the reason that the business was failing.
and because of
Apparently, other
Corey,
people were doing the same thing.
and because
I
of you,
guess so.
because of you,
Because
Corey,
the
other
better-
people got their
the
pay
amount-
sliced.
No, everyone else was doing the same thing.
everyone else was doing it?
It
Alright.
was all a vicious cycle. So in the end, after that, my friend ended up stealing. I didn't even know he did this. My friend ended up stealing like fucking.
What was his name? Dylan?
Yeah,
Dylan?
He ended up
What's
stealing.
his last name?
I don't want to say. He ended up stealing hundreds and hundreds of fireworks that were expensive as fuck, and I didn't even know this. And I went home, and then he said, "Hey, we're gonna have a big fireworks party." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't give a shit." And after
you're a
that, I
firework
never
guy.
cared about fireworks. To this day, whenever I see fireworks, I fucking turn the other cheek, put a pillow over my ears, and I go to bed. Because fuck fireworks. And that's pretty much my fireworks.
You know what-
story.
you know what else,
That's
bro?
it in a nutshell.
You know what else probably came out of your paycheck? Is what's it called? Employee loss.
That's the
Like,
short version.
when like Walmart, I know working for Walmart, they compensated at the beginning of the year or something for employee theft.
Yeah.
So
they're
they
horrible.
probably already compensated for that when you got
No, I
when
can't-
everybody got in their tent.
I can't give you
That's
too
what
much
they
shit.
get.
Corey, I can't give you.
Yes.
Well, who does that? Who sits fucking like 19-year-olds out there to watch fireworks and doesn't expect
I don't
anything
know.
to happen?
Do you guys have any other theft stories?
Yeah, Corey, I can't give you too much shit for that because when I worked at McDonald's in Ireland and my friends were at a nightclub and they were coming to
Well,
McDonald's,
here's
after
the
I
thing.
used to give them burgers and shit.
No, yeah, but here's the thing though, and also like
Well, yeah, but that's shit you're throwing away at the end of the night. It's irrelevant.
No, that would have been bought. It was a packed.
personal thing though.
Packed
All aside, they were doing this. I found out later that this is what they've always done. They don't play fully. They do price cuts, and that's how they get newcomers that come into the thing. It's a I don't know what you would call that. It's like a snaky kind of salesman
It is, yeah,
style thing where you
snake
hire
oil
people,
salesman.
you trick them into saying this is how much money you're going to get, and then you lie that things are wasted. Because they get a certain amount of pay. They get that. The higher ups get that. And whatever is left is supposed to be for them. So if anything comes out of the paycheck, it comes from the people's things.
Dude, that's like telemarketing, selling knives, selling vacuum cleaners, pyramid schemes.
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme.
Did you find this
I was in a
job
pyramid scheme.
in
It's
a-
It's not
in
a
a
pyramid. That's not a
newspaper
pyramid.
by
Not really,
chance?
no.
It's not a pyramid scheme.
Well, not a pyramid scheme. I'm just saying, like,
There's a word for it though. What's a Ponzi scheme? Maybe it's that.
Ponzi
Let's just
scheme?
say it's that.
it's all snaky bullshit where if it sounds too good to be true, then it's too good to be true.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way after being a fucking...
2 G's a month, man. You make like 400 at Kmart.
I know. When you think about it, you're like, wow, $2,000.
That's how you
Oh.
get people in the fucking military. Because it's like, hey, your sign-on bonus is $1,000. Never mind the 4 years years, we have to shoot Arabs and then also get shot yourself.
Yeah, to be fair though,
all you think about is the sound system you want to put in your car.
I don't want to sound too preachy, but
to be fair, the amount of fireworks we sold, it wasn't like a fucking people were coming in from every county, fucking cars lined up for miles, making so much bank. The most we got away with, like $500 easily is how much we underpaid. But I feel like we justified the means in the end, because what they did were fucking bullshit to begin with. In the fucking back hill waters of Missouri, in the fucking firework islands.
Never trust anything anybody ever says, especially when it revolves around money.
No, never trust anything too good to be true.
Corey, I owe you $30. I'm sorry about that.
Anyway. That's sorry. So that was my fireworks story. Does anyone have any questions about that?
No, but you have a good. I just like your way with words.
No.
Wow, finally Corey and Niall and Stanford shut the fuck up when I can talk.
That was a fireworks story from Corey. Join us next time on Sleepycast. God bless America, and God bless the United Kingdom, Japan, and some of Russia. Goodbye. Also, God bless you, and also Africa. Goodbye. Satan bless China. Goodbye. This is a Sleepycast lost episode. Senior Treachery, Agua Edition, featuring Stamper, Rice Pirate, and Johnny Utah. My name is Captain Dickhead. FYI, refried beans look exactly the same coming out, and you can't even taste the difference.
Alright. What's on the agenda tonight, ladies?
Rock and roll.
Stamper.
Stamper's back.
Stamper's back! Stamper's back! Stamper's back! Jeff's just like,
The end. Oh yeah.
He's right. What?
And I'm with Rice Pirate and Johnny Utah.
Hey, how's it going?
And we're gonna keep this one really casual and relaxed, lady.
Yeah, see, Stamper just got back from a long stint in San Diego. He wasn't quitting Sleepy Cabin.
He wasn't.
I read the Sleepy Conspiracy.
I read on the internet he quit.
Yeah, that he quit, or he was killed, or he died from alcohol poisoning or piss poisoning.
Well, that's fucking news to me, all of it. So
yeah, that's right, because you disappeared off the radar, but you're back.
Yeah, I was working. Surprise!
Yeah. Are you allowed to say what you were working on?
Yeah, I was working on Game 4 with the Behemoth. The end.
Sounds great.
That was a good story.
Yeah.
Hey, Mick, do me a favor.
Yeah.
So I got this bottle of Smart Water here.
Yes.
And on the back...
What the fuck did you tape to it? Did you just do that?
Is that your fly trap?
Dude, it's a fruit fly trap. If you put a little cone of paper in the top, just look up fruit fly traps and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Why are you full? You're full of like the weirdest life hack information. Like when we do our cooking show, I want you to show people that sponge trick.
Okay.
Just all sorts of weird ass shit. So basically, there's a smart water bottle cut off the top, and then a cone of paper that's put into the top and then taped on, and then what? What happens?
And then, well, you put like...
Wait, hold on. Jeff looked like he knew.
Oh, it was kind of related, but there was somebody left something out in here one day. It was it was filled with flies, and I said, "What genius set this up?" And it turns out somebody just left in like an open soda bottle, and it wasn't intentional.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea.
Oh no, water. I mean, like at the house too. Like you leave some standing water, like in the bathtub or something.
Yeah.
You come back a couple days later, and it's just like the whole bottom of the bathtub's filled with disgusting dead animals.
Maybe in China. But no, the cone, it points at the top, so they fly down to get the vinegar or whatever you put in the bottle, and then they can't get back out. And then you just throw the whole bottle away. This has been a fucking holocaust. This catches shit left and right.
Yeah.
So it's either you can put blue cheese dressing, whatever attracts fruit flies.
Sure.
Normally. But anyways, so I got a Smart Water bottle, and you see this bright blue text on the back?
Yeah.
I want you to voice act your way through that.
Okay.
As if it was a commercial. And everyone can hear how fucking patronizing this shit is.
All right. Now I have had a beer. That sounded shit. I've had like 20 beers, and it's been a long day.
I've had a bear.
All right, here you go. Smart Water. Here you go. You ready?
Clouds get a bad rap. They're the unsung heroes because they contain nature's purest source of water. That's why we copied our puffy white friends to create pure, vapor-distilled Smart Water. But we one-up the clouds by adding electrolytes. It's a difference you can taste, unless you like the taste of stuff that comes from the ground. Like spring water. What the fuck?
Dude, I'm telling you.
What is this?
Like spring water.
Unless you like the taste of water that's on the ground. What is this, fucking cloud water?
Is it just me, or is that
water.
That is the most fucking
Like, we've been
patronizing
sitting around
shit.
fucking drinking cloud water all day. You fucking groundwater drinkers. Drink some fucking cloud water, you noob. What the fuck is this?
They're paying advertising people like over $100,000 a year to
write
sell
shit like that.
water.
It literally says, unless you like the taste of stuff that comes from underground, and then in parentheses, like spring water. And then, on every other bottle of water,
No, that's it. It's like
Deer
here's
Park,
spring water.
Fiji, whatever. It's like, oh, we come from underground springs doing this and that.
You know
it's
what?
like,
You know what? Fuck
that's
that.
not good enough.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the worst fucking advertising ever, because a lot of the nutrients that you get, like mineral shit, is because it comes from the ground. You get like the calcium, and there's a bunch of, not calcium, but there's a bunch of minerals, zinc and shit like that.
Yeah.
You get from water that comes from the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit's healthier.
And then with smart water, they have to justify it early and be like, yeah, we have vapor distilled water that we add shit to.
No, I love how the font too is like so bright. It's like you can't fucking miss it. Look at it. It's like aqua fucking blue.
Yeah, and they do that thing where it's all lowercase, so it's like, yeah, we
we're
don't
hip.
care.
We're hip and cool. Yeah.
My problem with water bottles,
Fuck smart water. Nah, smart water's good.
they're actually, I don't know if you've looked at them in Wawa lately, but they're starting to look more and more like shampoo bottles than something you
Dude, Voss water looks exactly like a shampoo bottle.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
It's more than one.
Dude,
yeah.
when Voss first came out, it was like fucking like $40 a bottle or something. Now it's like fairly comparable. I remember when it first came, because it was a club. It was like in the clubs, you get water, and they put it like in a Voss bottle, and it would be like so fucking expensive.
You go to a titty bar and it's all fucking Voss.
Well, they also had wasn't there like some Jay-Z thing or some
like,
whatever where it was like gold? There was like gold in the water. It was like literally had gold flakes in it, and every bottle was like $100 fucking or just water with gold in it. Whatever.
So you're drinking gold?
Fuck those assholes.
Burger King and McDonald's have like the Pepsi and Coke water brands, and strip clubs have the Voss water.
That's
brand.
right.
Strip clubs,
Also,
high-end fucking coffee shops. It's
Also,
like Voss does sparkling and still water. It's
talking about water, well, actually, I don't want to sound like a nerd, but Pellegrino next to like my own, what's it called? The fucking, I brought it to the house.
the soda.
Yeah, the Soda Stream.
Soda stream.
Fucking love that shit. But yeah, if it's not that, I do like carbonated water. I'm a big carbonated water guy. And also like there's like flavored seltzer waters. I don't know if it's Seagram's. I can't remember who makes it, but like all those flavored ones I fucking love, like the raspberry one. Anyways,
I can't stand carbonated water.
it's because you're gay. But anyways, I was gonna say the other waters.
No, it's like tricking you. It's like soda, and it tastes salty.
Yeah.
It's not fucking salty.
I know, but it like tricks you into thinking you're drinking a broken soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like well, look, if you're a diet soda drinker, there's nothing like flavored with no calories and no like fake sugars.
Do you know I have a bad reaction to it? It's like whenever you go into a restaurant and use like the soda machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have any.
and
Yeah.
it's broken.
Oh
and
yeah, that's what it tastes like because it doesn't have the syrup in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it does
you're
kind of
like,
taste
oh,
like
I'm
that.
buying
That's what I
broken
think
soda.
of. Yeah. Well, broken soda.
Change your thoughts. change your mind. There's this one soda that I got. It's called Black, or this one bottled water called Black.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called, Black? But basically, it's the water is like brownish black.
Oh, and it's water. Yeah.
And it's mineral water, but they're like, yeah, it's because it comes from the ground. Like it's so far deep in the ground. This water's fucking black,
It doesn't make any.
but it's super,
it is black water.
and
yeah.
it is healthy. I got it from Joa.
I've never heard of this.
I fucking drink it all the time. Well, I don't
What
drink
is
it all the time.
actually making it black? It's not just
Minerals. They say it's minerals. They say it's because it's not like distilled.
Dude, it looks like Coke, but it's not carbonated.
It's not, yeah, exactly.
Straight up black
It looks
water.
like Coke, and when you drink it, it tastes like rocky water, like you're drinking water out of a river.
That sounds like a nightmare for people with kidney stones.
Did you ever read that story where they went down into a cave and they found water that was?
What?
I don't want to get the details messed up here, but they found resting water.
Yeah.
That bubbled up out of the ground that was literally millions of years old.
What?
Yeah, like it was just sitting in the ground for millions.
Wait. How did they test it? Did it have like organisms from millions of years ago?
There was either there was such a lack of oxygen in the water. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they. I wish I researched this before I knew this was going to be the water podcast. But
the water podcast.
Yeah, like the water bubbled up out of the ground when they went into this cave, and it was. Apparently, I don't know what was wrong with it, but it was like pure water, but somehow it was almost borderline poisonous to drink.
Yeah, of course. Dude, they always talk about, like, if you had a time machine and you went back in time for, like, dinosaur times, you breathe the air and you'd be fucking dead because of all the organisms and all the shit that your body is not prepared for. And or you, just by being there and breathing, would kill, like, every fucking thing around you. Like, if you, like, sneezed on a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it would just fucking keel over and die because we've got, like, there's just different organisms in our body and in, you know what I mean? Like, the different toxins and stuff like that.
This ain't The Simpsons, man.
That would happen.
That absolutely would happen. If you sneezed on a fucking dinosaur, I bet you would kill it.
There's some scientists.
If you could get in a dinosaur's face, I guess, yeah.
Well, he'd eat you and then you'd kill him with your poison.
Apparently, oxygen in the atmosphere was way more dense back then.
That's true too. That's right. You may not even be able to breathe. That's the other thing. Yeah. Whether it was more dense or less dense, regardless, the air back then was very different.
So like go back to when there was no trees and there was just like pretty much like big mushrooms.
Then there's no way you could survive then. Absolutely.
I'd love to see it though.
Yeah.
I want to go back and see dragons.
I want to see car-sized scorpions.
I want to see car-sized scorpions.
They were real.
Were they?
Yeah.
They have a skeleton, an exoskeleton.
They found some.
Scorpions don't have bones, dick.
That's why I said exoskeleton.
It might have been aquatic scorpions or something. I remember I saw a fun illustration of a scorpion that was the size of a small car.
So you could see like a dinosaur getting fucking killed by a scorpion because it was.
I don't know if they attacked dinosaurs.
Oh yo, what was that? Shit, I forget what it was called. It was called I want to say like the fox eagle or whatever the hell.
What the fuck?
This is like the biggest eagle on the face of the planet, and it went extinct. I wouldn't say recently,
not too long ago. Though.
Not too long ago.
Years ago.
Yeah, it was like the world's largest eagle. It was massive.
Oh yeah, no. Didn't they say like it attacked people?
It could easily scoop you up and just take you away. It was huge.
So it was like the eagles from Lord of the Rings.
They apparently the humanoids,
basically,
like people 10,000 years ago were actually scared of this thing.
Were they riding them?
I don't think
Did they
into the sunset?
They tamed them and then were able to ride them?
Possibly hunted people.
No, it was called like the Hawkins eagle or whatever. Just type in like giant eagle.
Oh, yeah, it was huge. Yeah.
I just gotta say,
fucking massive.
There's nothing sexier than like anytime you see like a woman riding some huge ass fucking animal, like a polar bear or a tiger, like Frank Frazetta, right?
Yeah,
he did the drawings of the girl like riding the polar bear or like tigers and shit like that,
like the cover of Heavy Metal.
Oh, actually, they did that.
Exactly,
like Heavy Metal, exactly like that.
Yeah.
But they did that in that Fury, fucking Kung Fury, where that girl was riding that huge ass gray wolf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This shit's fucking hot.
I think there's nothing sexier than a woman blowing me while she's naked.
Look at that.
And then having sex with me
That's
while
a lot.
she's naked.
Yeah, you
think
lost that one, Mick.
I think it's sexier if she's fully clothed, to be honest.
You like watching them ride around on wolves and stuff like having sex with me.
What are you, a pervert?
Yes, I am.
Get with the program.
All right, speaking of water and women, shit. I haven't been on a podcast in so long, I forget how this shit operates.
You do what you're doing right now. Just keep drinking and talking.
All right.
You're gonna be A-okay.
Yeah.
You look like fucking Daredevil right now. With
He does look like Daredevil.
Yeah, with your fucking beanie over your face.
That's a Daredevil mask.
You know what I never understood about Daredevil? The
Eye holes.
The old, yeah, exactly. The old comic and the new show. Like, he gets his costume and the dude puts eye holes in it. The dude can't see anyways.
They're not. Look, they have like the.
Why not keep the fucking like the thing? Just his whole mask is just a blank
but it's
slate.
not real eye holes. It's just like the shape of the eye hole, but it's covered.
To what? For what end?
Maybe it's to make your enemies think you could see, to make them more intimidated.
But wouldn't your enemies be more intimidated if you got your ass whipped in the street by a blind guy that was clearly covering his face, you'd be scared shitless, man.
I don't know. I'd like to see that test. Would they be more likely to want to swing a bat at your head if they could think you couldn't see?
I think. No. I think if
Or
you
could.
see. Oh, I see. If they were blind, right?
If I swung a bat at a dude that had his eyes covered and he dodged everything and kicked the shit out of me, I would tell everyone.
If I saw a guy in a fighting stance with a mask over his face that clearly couldn't see you, but he was clearly like
you knew he could
in
see
a
you?
confident fighting stance.
Oh, okay. So you didn't even know
he could sense you.
Yeah.
I think I'd be more scared.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do.
You know why? Popular media. That's why.
I'd be like anything could
You've
happen
been
right
trained
now.
to believe that. You've been trained
Well-
by Zatoichi, by freaking Daredevil, by all these movies with blind dudes.
It would work. It would work.
It would work. What's the scariest thing if someone came up to you and they were like, trying to intimidate you? What would be the most intimidating thing someone could do to you? You're in a dark. Hold on. You just went to a bar. You're with your friends. You had a few drinks. It's late. You're trying to get back to your place. You're not really